Please rise for the presentation of the colors by Hamilton High School Air Force ROTC and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by the CGCC Men's Ensemble.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Amira Johnson, ASCGCC Student Event Commissioner.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now take your seats.
Congratulations on your well-deserved success, class of 2022. I'm Kevin Hartke, Mayor of the City of Chandler, and as the first member of my family to graduate from college, I know exactly what you're feeling. Excitement, eagerness, nervousness for the future, and everything in between. Today is officially the start of the rest of your lives, whatever and wherever that may lead. Enjoy it, celebrate yourselves, and be extremely proud. You did it! And on behalf of the Chandler City Council, congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2022. You've made it through a lot and overcome. Whether you came to Chandler-Gilbert to move up in your company, out to the workplace, or on to a university, we are very proud and know you will do great things. Congratulations.
Excited you've graduated. Congratulations from psychology. Hooray!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Felicidades.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Go Reds! Congratulations, Chandler-Gilbert graduates from the Business and Community Studies Division.
From your advising and career service team,
Congratulations!
Welcome to the 2022 Chandler-Gilbert Community College Commencement Ceremony. My name is Donna Thompson, and I'm honored to serve as the Faculty Senate President. Before we begin today's celebration, we would like to be intentional in recognizing the physical place that we exist upon today. Chandler-Gilbert Community College and the Maricopa Community Colleges acknowledge the land our colleges are situated on today as the traditional land and home of the Otham, Peeposh, and Yavapai peoples. There are 22 federally recognized tribes in Arizona and 574 across the United States. We acknowledge the painful history of genocide and forced removal from this territory, and we honor and respect the many diverse indigenous peoples still connected to this land on which we gather. We take this opportunity to thank the original caretakers of this land. We offer our respect to their elders and to all indigenous people of the past, present, and future. Today's lesson is about poetry and life. Pulitzer Prize-winning poet Gwendolyn Brooks asserted that poetry is life distilled. From the African griots to the Greek epics, from haikus to the modern lyric, poetry showcases the human condition with all its pain, joy, strength, frailty, confusion, and wonder. It provides a communal way in which to share someone else's experiences. Most of us read poetry on the page or perhaps attend poetry readings or slams, but like other artistic forms, poetry, at its essence, is a type of public conversation. British artist and designer S. Devlin, along with Google creative technologist Ross Goodwin, provide us with a modern version of this extended conversation. Their poem Portraits is an experimental collective artwork woven at the intersection of AI and human creativity, combining poetry, design, and machine learning. Portraits is a constantly evolving poetry project that thousands of people are building together through individual contributions. Participants are asked to donate a word to the project's online interface, which places it within an original two-line poem. The program then asks them to take a selfie, which blends their image with the section of the collaborative writing, thus truly connecting them and their word to the shared project. This and all other poetic conversations compel us to engage and empathize with others. American philosopher Martha Nussbaum argues that the ability to imagine vividly and then to assess judiciously another person's pain, to participate in it, and then ask about its significance is a powerful way of learning what the human facts are and of acquiring a motivation to alter them. In particular, the literary imagination promotes habits of mind that lead towards social equality in that they contribute to the dismantling of the stereotypes that support group hatred. Poetry moves us from being individuals to participating in community and helps us construct and recognize our world through the exchange of words. Poems evolve as different people engage with them. The repeated recitation and reading of poems gives them new interpretations, while also affecting and changing the readers. In response to the question, does poetry play a role in social change, Audrey and Rich answered yes. Where poetry is liberative language connecting the fragments within us, connecting us to others like and unlike ourselves, replenishing our desire. In poetry, words can say more than they mean and mean more than they say. In a time of frontal assaults, both on language and on human solidarity, poetry can remind us all of all we are in danger of losing, disturb us, embolden us out of resignation. Be a poet of your world. Remake it in words and with new visions of all beings, plant and animal, coexisting in peace. If you cannot be a poet, be the poem. Each life is a poem, a poetic opportunity for self and community expression. Life and poetry are perplexing and not easily interpreted. Think carefully about the message you give others through your words and actions. Consider deeply how you choose to be and how you treat others. If your life is a poem, what do you want it to say? And now it is my honor to introduce the president of Chandler-Gilbert Community College, Dr. Greg Peterson.
Good morning. This is such a beautiful sight. Isn't it an amazing day? Okay, we're going to try that one again. Good morning. Isn't it an amazing day? There we go. There we go. I want to thank Faculty President Thompson. Thank you for your words. We're so grateful for your comments today as we celebrate such an important milestone for our students. I want to take a moment and acknowledge and show our appreciation to the elected officials who are with us today and whose willingness to participate and advocate for Chandler-Gilbert Community College and our students has made us a better college and a member of communities that we've served. Could I please have our governing board member, Jacqueline Smith, please stand. Thank you for being here. All right, now let's talk about who really matters today, and that's you, the class of 2022. So, who is the class of 2022? The class of 2022 consists of 1,320 graduates, earning 1,132 degrees and 373 certificates. That's impressive. The youngest graduate is 17, with 10 graduates being dual-enrolled high school students. And the oldest graduate is 77 years old. I got that wrong. 77 years young. These graduates were among the 1,073 students who completed service out in our local community this year, with over 7,614 hours of service provided. This is just one example of how the class of 2022 is poised to change our future. Now let's show off a bit. Graduates, get ready to get a little exercise and attention. At this morning's ceremony, many students are graduating in some key programs at CGCC. Please stand if you're receiving a degree or certificate in Behavioral Science and Human Services, what about business, entrepreneurialism, and management? You see, we got a competition going here, right? How about computer and information technology? And what about culture and society? Please stand if you are graduating in one of our many other amazing programs at the college. I knew we had a few of you. All right, Please stand if you are transferring to a university or other college to continue your studies. That's awesome. Awesome. Now stand if you are going right into to work or advancing your career. All right. Please stand if you are the first in your family to complete a college certificate or degree. Amazing. Stand if you are caring for children or other loved ones while a student. Okay? This one, I don't know, none of you are going to stand, I know. Stand if you've spent some really long nights studying or doing homework in order to pass a class. That's what I thought. And stand if you ever doubted that you would be here today. Congratulations for not giving up. The class of 2022 is also very academically gifted. This year, 86 graduates received scholarships, and please stand if you were one of them. 49 graduates are honor students and have excelled in their studies, having met the rigorous honor program guidelines. Please stand if you're one of these honor students. Today, you will see that many of our graduates, 356 to be exact, are graduating with academic distinctions. Graduates who earn a 3.5 to 3.69 GPA are recognized with distinction by wearing white cords. Please stand if you're one of these graduates. It's a big deal. Graduates who have earned a 3.7 to 3.89 are recognized with high distinction by wearing red cords. Please stand if you're one of these graduates. And graduates who earned a 3.9 to 4.0 are recognized with highest distinction by wearing blue cords. Please stand if you're one of these amazing graduates. And if you didn't think that this class was amazing, in addition, 9 students are graduating today with a 4.0. And I'd like to recognize 7 of them in this commencement ceremony by name. Joseph Baldwin, Arlo Banks, Lexi Larkins, Allison McSpadden, Dahlia Roque, Natasha Hernandez Silva, and Carissa Voss. Well done. The class of 2022 also represents dedication and great service to our country and communities, with 42 veterans among our graduates. Would all of our veterans in attendance today please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Thank you. There's another group we need to recognize today that made the class of 2022 possible. We know that this achievement isn't done alone, and there is a lot of people who stood by you, behind you, and maybe at times in front of you, pulling you along as you journeyed through college. Will all of the family, friends, and supporters of our graduates please stand? Thank you for your sacrifices, your encouragement, your support, and your care. Today is proof that it was all worth it. Finally, there is one more group I need to recognize. These graduates are prepared for the future because of the dedicated efforts of Chandler-Gilbert's faculty and staff. I am humbled to work with such an amazing team here at CGCC, who are committed to the success of every one of our students. Can I please ask our faculty and staff to stand and be recognized? I don't know what is more beautiful, the robes in the center or the yellow that surrounds us. Thank you. Congratulations again, the class of 2022. There's one more individual I would like to take a moment to recognize. So Dr. Bill Guerrero has served as the Vice President of Academic Affairs for CGCC for the last 20 years, and even as interim president for a few years during that time period. This means he has participated in 20 CGCC commencement ceremonies and carries the legacy of this grand celebration. As Dr. Guerrero is retiring this year, I would like to ask him to share one more time some reflections on this amazing day and the success of our students. Please help me welcome Dr. Guerrero.
A stool. I need to be taller. What a pleasure and an honor it is to talk to you for a few minutes, 2 minutes actually, this morning. And graduates, let this be a lesson to you. I found out yesterday that I was going to be invited to speak. So this is about impromptu speaking. It's a good skill for you to have. If you took a communications, and by the way, feel free to stand up at any time during this presentation, so if you just want to. If you took a communications class here or elsewhere in your educational journey, you probably remember that you have to have a theme, if you're going to give a speech, even if it's an impromptu speech. So as I thought about this, the theme that came to mind first was, this is a day I never thought I would see. But just a few minutes ago, listening to the opening comments this morning, I changed the theme to, this is a day I always hoped I'd see. And so for those of you who are graduating, and I know for many of you this is not your first graduation, and it won't be your last either, you have distinguished yourselves once again. You're doing something for you, for your loved ones, your family, that will pay you back and pay them back for years to come. And so the sense of pride, the sense of accomplishment that you have, I want to make sure you take some time today to reflect on it and enjoy it. And think about this was a day that you had always hoped would come. And so as Dr. Peterson said, I've had the privilege of being at Chandler-Gilbert Community College and celebrating with you and groups of students and faculty and staff, friends, family, for 20 years now. And it's been a great pleasure to try to put the resources together and try to put the programs and services together that would enable you to accomplish the great things that you have. I know you'll accomplish many more. And I hope on those days that you take some time, take some pride in what you've accomplished and what you'll do in the future. So appreciate the chance to share a few thoughts with you today, and congratulations once again. Oh. And before I leave this podium, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Felicia Ramirez Perez, our interim vice president of student affairs, who will lead us to the next part of the program.
Just had to take a selfie moment. And truth be told, this lift is for me. It was a podium with the head on it when we practiced yesterday. So thank you for doing this, and thank you, Dr. Guerrero. And it's been a pleasure to work with you. And thank you, Dr. Guerrero, for bringing me to Chandler-Gilbert. He is the gentleman who hired me to be here. So thank you for that opportunity. Today is a celebration about you, our students. And what better way, gotta take off my glasses because I can't read. What better way than to hear from one of your fellow graduates? Brianna Ledesma is pursuing a degree in criminology with a passion to work towards a career that assists with keeping communities safe. She'll continue at Arizona State University in the fall. Outside of school, Brianna keeps busy with her 3 children and her small business, a bakery specializing in custom designed sugar cookies. Please welcome Brianna Ledesma.
Good morning. We did it. This looks a lot different than my living room. All right, before I get started, I'd like to ask you all to just take a moment with me, look around, say hi to your neighbor, wave to your family and friends if you see them. Just really let this moment sink in. This is our day. Hi, baby. I think that was my kid. All right. I'd quickly like to thank the entire staff here at Chandler-Gilbert. Without all of you, today would not be a possibility. Thank you to our entire college leadership team for helping me on my journey to success. Special thanks to Ann Suzuki. Hi. Sorry. Our Dean of Student Development, who sends out emails to check on students, and even the slightest concern is handled expeditiously. Thank you to all of our advisors, and a special thanks to our college police for continuing our safety on campus. Yes. Thank you to my family, who has supported me since day one. To my loving parents and my brothers. We all know who the smartest one is. Clearly it's not me, but hey, at least I'm finally getting that degree. I most importantly would like to thank my kids, Fernando, Amelia, and Adelia. You 3 have and always will be my reasons. My reason for striving to be the best I can be. My reason for never giving up, even when that's the only thing that feels right at the time. The reason I smile, I laugh, and I cry happy tears. Thank you for being so patient, so kind, and so helpful. Thank you for understanding why Mama is always busy, tired, grumpy, and stressed. I love you to infinity and beyond. My last set of thank yous goes to an individual very well known here at Chandler-Gilbert. Excuse me. On August 18th, 2021, I sat in the hallway of Bradshaw, or better known to us students as BRD, before my intro to criminal justice. As one class shuffled out, before mine began, I overheard someone saying something along the lines of, "I think I'm going to drop this class, blah, blah, blah." Now, just to be clear, I hadn't been in college courses for many years, so I was already nervous to be back on campus. The majority of my peers were half my age. Just a couple years older than my own son was a bit intimidating. But 2 semesters later, I've completed multiple classes with this individual, taking away more than just course content and curriculum, such as the importance of people matter and relationships count. Professor Jaquin, thank you. Thank you for caring and assuring that my peers and I know that we matter. You know someone cares when they don't just hear what you're saying, but they truly listen. Thank you for teaching with passion. There is a difference between teaching a subject and teaching something that you're truly passionate about. Thank you for leaving an everlasting impact on not only mine and my family's life, but your community surrounding. You don't become Student Choice Award winner 2 years in a row without good reason. Albert Schweitzer said, "Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you will be successful." So what is happiness? Well, happiness is an emotional response to an outcome, a cause and effect that relies on results, and the more that you feed it, the bigger the appetite. But if we look more in depth, we see that happiness, as well as all of our emotions, are many things, if not complex. Emotions are mental states brought on by neurophysiological changes, and these changes are associated with thoughts, feelings, behavioral responses, and pleasure or displeasure. Now, this can be joy, excitement, love, adrenaline, like I'm sure most of us are feeling here today. I know I am. But along with that also comes the typically more perplexed feelings, like anxiety, fear, anger, depression, and occasionally these can go hand in hand with one another. Excitement and anxiety when you're interviewing for that dream position that you've been working so hard for. Or happiness and sadness when you get that job and you have to move far away from your loved ones. Or love and depression when you end that relationship that you knew deep down just wasn't right. So if happiness is the key to success, but success is not the key to happiness, yet you will be successful if you love what you're doing, then is all we really need is love? I'll say that again. If happiness is the key to success, but success is not the key to happiness, yet you will be successful if you love what you're doing, then is all we really need is love? Were the Beatles really onto something? I mean, they were pretty successful, right? Let me get real with you for a moment. I've experienced what I thought was happiness. I've been married and I've been divorced. I have been pregnant and thank God I have 3 perfect kids, but I've also endured 6 miscarriages and a loss in my 2nd trimester. So I'm sure you can see how happiness can get lost in the midst of chaos. I'd also like to think I've been successful. For someone who had a baby in high school, dropped out and got her GED, I've definitely struggled throughout the years, but I never gave up because I knew I had kids who depended on me. I've always been the type of person who feels good by doing things for others, seeing other people smile. Years ago, I got my CNA license and started working at a hospital in Chandler, and I loved it. But for me, it was just a stepping stone towards a career as a registered nurse. I knew it wasn't my dream, but at the time, it was what my family needed. I dove into school, driving to a private university in Phoenix 5 days a week, working at the hospital and raising a family. I was quickly getting burnt out and overwhelmed when I received the news about my dad, cancer. I immediately took time off from school, from work, and from life, and I poured my heart and soul into taking care of him and ensuring that we fought that villain to the end, and we did. While taking time off from school for my dad, I found out that I too needed surgery for myself. I had previously had 8 surgeries for the same issue over recent years, but this would be my last yet most painful and life-changing surgery ever. During my 8 weeks at home, my youngest daughter had a birthday coming up, and she wanted unicorn-themed everything, balloons, plates, napkins, the works, but she had one special request, unicorn-decorated cookies. And I made the mistake of saying that I would make them for her. Now, back then, I couldn't even bake a cake from a box or make cookies from the store without something going wrong. But I was persistent in learning. I spent days attempting these cookies, multiple recipes gone wrong, tons of dough and icing thrown away to make sure that my baby had the perfect birthday treat. Could I have bought some? Sure, but I insisted on being successful in what I had started. That was in 2018. 4 years later, the Blissful Bite LLC is my very own bakery in Gilbert, Arizona. Thank you. I hope you can see how happiness, amongst other emotions, truly can go hand in hand. So why am I here? Well, we are all here writing our own books. Each specific chapter is dedicated to a particular time in our lives. So my question to you is, what's your next chapter? What is success to you? multiple degrees, a fancy new car, a big house, endless figures in your bank account, happiness? You see, our brains are wired to see what we've set up to expect, what we choose to look for. When we live our lives on the precipice of a smile, we shift how we interact with the world, and in turn, how the world interacts with us. And with that, our potential to succeed is infinite. We are all here continuing to work on our own beautiful masterpiece, ourselves. When you leave, perhaps you'll transfer to a university or head straight into a career, and maybe you're just unsure, and that's okay too. Each of us have our own story to tell, and that's what makes us so unique. From the wise words of Winston Churchill, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And I challenge you to do just that. Have the courage to conquer any fear within, conquer any inner self-doubt, and strive for your achievements, because our generation and those that follow are the future. Now, once more, I ask you to take a brief moment with me. Let this really sink in, because this, right here, right now, is what we have worked so hard for. Not just this past year or two, not those 4 years in high school, but our entire educational careers. Remember to always live in the moment, because each breath, each step, each sunrise and sunset only happens once. So feel the happiness, embrace your success, and always have courage and be kind. Thank you.
Thank you, Brianna. And now, please welcome back to the podium Dr. Bill Guerrero, Vice President of Academic Affairs.
Page forward in the script. We have reached the long-awaited moment. Today we assemble to recognize those who have completed the requirements to be granted degrees and certificates. So will President Peterson please come forward and accept the presentation of Summer 21, Fall 21, and Spring of 2022 candidates for degrees and certificates. President Peterson, these candidates have completed all the requirements for degrees or certificates indicated and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of those degrees and certificates.
By conferring these degrees and certificates, this college bestows upon you the highest honor that it can give. Your faculty have certified to me and to the governing board that you have met the academic standards of this institution. Will all the candidates for degrees and certificates please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the governing board of the Maricopa County Community College District, I am privileged to confer upon you the degree or certificate recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You are now graduates of Chandler-Gilbert Community College. Oh, we'll get back there. Let's get you through. Yeah, let's make this happen. Let's get started.
Hello. Jeffrey Trepp. Please hold your applause till the last graduate has crossed the stage.
Brianna Ledesma.
Lexi Larkins.
Amira Johnson. Dahlia Ropke.
Brandon Banbury.
Deborah Newman Price.
Sharon Cruz.
Maxine Delgado.
Jesus Lomeli Gonzalez.
Yulisa Pedroza Fernandez.
Alex Lamont. Riley Callahan. Morale Gateas.
Aubrey Arnold.
Marley Hayes.
Natasha Hernandez Silva.
Arlo Banks.
Ash Young Skaggs.
Lori Holgate. Hope Can.
Alexandria McGregor.
Lindsay Hudgings.
Brianna Rivera.
Alexandra Celero.
Rose Parker.
Marissa Mansing.
Julia Oshapinski.
Billy Alexander.
Megan Amparin.
Billy Alexander.
Maria Silva Carrasco.
Cameron Sly.
Jessica Ormsby.
Michael DeMatteo.
Spencer Funkhauser.
Carissa Voss.
Zachary Moorbacher.
Wendy Hanson.
Nicholas Brewer.
Ashley Jones.
Jason Morkel.
Trent Koch.
Brooke Scott.
Cole Bowdy.
Rebecca Rice.
Florence Brown.
Madison Kahn.
Azra Adam.
Alexis Bauer.
Sierra De La Rosa.
Marissa Shirley.
Donovan Felice.
Elma Davalos.
Joyce Roy.
Rachel Ortiz.
Robin Hill.
Helena Austin.
Bianca Aceves.
Travis Flanagan.
Mia Aplisano.
Desiree Black.
Sean Fleming.
Destiny Sarabia.
Alexander Kelvin.
Emery Bergman.
Christopher White.
Lizbeth Ramos.
Anissa Villalobos.
Riley Timmons.
Connor Job.
Jason Jenkins.
Joseph Larson.
Samuel Seichman.
Jonah Rufo.
Summer Meadows.
Angelina Miranda.
Parker Thompson.
Liana Bustos.
Jaden Pfeiffer.
Samantha Peterson.
Abria Williams.
Maxwell Sabo.
Roberto Quezada.
Natalie Valenzuela.
Anwar Eldelemi.
Omar Murad.
Travia Thompson. Joseph Demko. Waldemar Magadon. Jenna Tabbitt. Susan Valencia. Allison McSpadden. Carlos Perez. Marlon Bucio. Justin Zimmerman. Chad Riggs. Leslie Witcher. Bailey Scott. Chantel Posniak. Daniel Nichols. Gabriella Washburn. Madeline Johnson. Phoenix Ross. Lorenia Para. Yadira Sotelo. Kristen Fraboda. Jerry Ngal. Dewan Abrar. Stephen Vo. Marco Bujas.
All graduates, please rise.
Graduates, at the conclusion of today's ceremony, please wait for your row to be dismissed. Family and friends, please wait for all graduates to exit the gym and meet them outside in the graduate pickup zone.
Okay, so now is the time. You are now graduates of Chandler-Gilbert Community College. There's a slight detail about a tassel. Do you want to move your tassels over? All right. There is one more extremely important thing we have to do, and then we're done. And that's a selfie, of course.
finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that bassline move, yeah, say yeah. It's good to be alive right about now. I was dead in the water, nobody wanted me. I was old news, I went cold as cold could be. But I kept throwing on cold, trying to make that fire burn. Sometimes you gotta get scars to get what you deserve. I kept moving on, and now I'm moving up. Damn, I'm feeling blessed with all this love. I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that bassline move, yeah, say yeah. It's good to be alive right about now. I almost cannot handle it. I could get used to this. I almost cannot handle it. I could get used to this. I think I finally found my. I've been grinding so long, been trying it for years. And I got nothing to show, just climbing this rope right here. And if there's a man upstairs, he kept bringing me rain. But I've been sending up prayers and something's changed. I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that bassline move, yeah, say yeah. It's good to be alive right about now. I was dead in the water, nobody wanted me.